Dear friends, welcome to my next video session. So in this session I am going to discuss about the strings, what are the strings and how the strings are declared and initialized in C language, how to read strings and how to print the contents of strings. So that I am going to discuss in this video, and this will be a strings part 1 video, and in next video I am going to discuss about the string manipulation functions and array of strings. Okay, so let us see what is meant by string. We know that string is nothing but a group of characters, or we can also call it as an array of characters. Okay, and the string is always terminated by one null character. So we call this \0 as null character. \0 is called null character, or it is called escape sequence or \constant. Okay, so that is the string is terminated by this character \0. Okay, so an array of characters is called string. Okay, examples is string sjmit is stored in the form of array. So it is one dimensional array. So string is nothing but it is one dimensional array, but the data type here is character data type. Instead of integer data type or float data type, it is character data type. So it is one dimensional array only. So that's why how the string called sjmit is stored, okay, in memory. So that is represented by this table. See, sjmit, and the string sjmit last character, it is terminated by \0. Okay, so string is terminated by \0, that is null character. Okay, so without our knowledge, this \0 by default it will be there in the memory. Okay, so the sequence of characters enclosed in double quotes is also called a string constant. So here just we defined string as an array of characters, but here string constant. So what is string constant? It is the group of characters or sequence of characters enclosed within a pair of double quotes. See example, sjmit is enclosed within pair of double quotes. See, good morning, good space morning, good morning enclosed within a pair of double quotes. Sun space star enclosed within pair of double quotes, etc. So anything that is enclosed within pair of double quotes is called a string constant. Okay, so now once we know what is a string group of characters, we shall discuss how to declare string variables. Okay, so in order to use the strings in our C program, first the memory location has to be reserved to store the string. So that's why we have to declare the variables to hold the string. Okay, so that's why first we have to declare the string variables. Why we declare string variables? Just to reserve the memory for string variables, we need to declare them. So once we declare, memory is reserved. Once the memory is reserved, later on you can read what is called string into that variable, string variable, or you can, once the string variable is read or the string is read into the variable, whenever you want you can print the content of that string variable. So that's why we need to declare the string variables. So similar to our declaration of conventional variables, so we have to declare string variables also. So what is the syntax of declaring string variables? Syntax, you see, data type, okay, that is character. Okay, so it should be, it's not a data type, it should be character only, chr only. No question of other data type comes into picture here. So it should be chr, then string name, name of the string, just like array name. So we have to give some name to that string, that is called string name, and within pair of square braces we have to write size of the string and terminated by semicolon. So this is what called the general form or syntax of declaring string variables. Okay, so example you see here, chr, string name is taken as name, name, name is taken as string name, within square bracket I have taken 30 as the size, terminated by semicolon. So that means here name is an array of characters which can hold up to 30 characters. Okay, so that is what first one. Second one, another one, you see character, str1 of 10. So character by default it should be there, and name of the string name is, here it is taken as str1. Then within square brackets we have taken the size as 10. That means what? Name of the variable is, string variable is str1, which can hold up to 10 characters. So terminated by semicolon. So this is how we are going to declare string variables. So here we know that character data type needs 1 byte. So that's why 30 locations are reserved of character of data type character, means for name string variable. So 30 bytes of memory is reserved. For string variable str1, 10 bytes of memory is reserved because character data type needs 1 byte. Okay. Once the memory is reserved, then you have to store values into that string variable. So one method of storing values into string variable is initializing string variables. Means during declaration itself you can store the given string into a string variable. During declaration itself you can store the string. Okay. So there are two ways of initializing string variables here. So first method is same as per the syntax. What we have, character name of 6, okay, character name of 6, assigned a value, means assignment operator we are using here, assignment operator, then within inverted comma whatever the string we wish to store. So here I want to store sjmit into a string variable called name. Okay, so that's why sjmit should be enclosed within double quote marks after assignment operator, terminated by semicolon. So now name can hold sjmit. So how many characters are there in sjmit? Here it's appearing only 5, sjmit, 5 characters, and without our knowledge it is terminated by \0. So totally number of characters in string constant sjmit will be 6. So that's why here size of the string name is taken as 6. Okay. So say another way of initializing string variables. See, instead of enclosing the string constant within double quote marks, each character wise we can represent it within a pair of curly braces. You see here, same declaration is same, character name of 6, character name of 6, assigned a value, assignment operator. So within a pair of curly braces we are going to represent the characters one by one. So we know that each character is represented within a pair of single quotes. So that's why S within single quotes, comma, J within single quotes, comma, M within single quotes, I within single quotes, comma, T within single quotes, comma, terminated by null character. So \0 is also within single quotes. Okay, so this is second method of initializing string variables. Now what is, in both the cases, what will be the content of name? It is sjmit. So here \0 is not visible, whereas if we consider character wise individually assigning, then \0 will have to be explicitly mentioned. So that is the difference you have to note in these two ways of initializing string variables. Okay, and see, observe here the declaration. Say for example here same character name, I have not mentioned any size here. Square bracket doesn't have any number or size. You see, assigned a value, same sjmit \0 semicolon. So here by default it will take the size of this name as a 6, because how many characters are there in sjmit? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that's why it defines an array size as 6, even though it is not mentioned, even though it is blank. So by default it will take it as number of characters including null character. So here it will be 6, so that's why size is 6. So this one is also correct, first one is also correct, second one is also correct, and even this one is also correct. Okay, and one more point we need to remember here, the size of array of characters can be even larger than number of characters. Actually in my previous examples here, the size is equal to number of characters including \0. But of course sometimes it can be even, size can be larger than the number of characters that we are assigning into the character variable. Okay, see here, observe here. So in such cases what happens, the remaining characters are stored as null characters. This is very important point to be noted here. Okay, say for example, suppose you see here same declaration, I have taken character name, here size is 10, assigned a value. So now sjmit \0, same string is being initialized, but what is the size you observe here? Unlike 6 in the previous examples, okay, it is 10. So that means size is larger than the number of characters that are being stored into name variable, string variable name. So in such cases, remaining 4 characters will be stored as \0s. So that's why see this will be, this declaration, okay, is stored as follows here. See, sjmit \0 up to here normal storage, and because size is 10, the remaining 4 characters you can observe here, they are \0s. Okay, so name of the string will be name here. Name of the string will be name, or name of the variable. Name of the variable is name. Okay. Right. So this is how, when size of the string is larger than the number of characters, then by default remaining characters will be stored as null characters. Okay, that you have to remember. And sometimes you see some declarations will be invalid as follows. You see, the following declarations are not valid. Here number 1, you see, character str1 of 3 assigned a value good, GOOD, good within double quotes semicolon. So why this is invalid? Very clearly you can observe here. What is the size of str1? It is 3, but how many characters are there in the string constant? GOOD and \0. Totally 5 characters are there, but the size we have given as 3. So that's why size should be always larger than or equal to the number of characters, including \0. So that's why this is invalid. Okay, because only 3 locations are reserved, but there are 5 characters to be stored. How come it is possible? That's how it is invalid. So next, second one example, you can observe character str1 of 3 semicolon, that is str1, string 1 variable is declared, no problem. But here we are using assignment statement in the next line, so to store good. So str1 assigned a value GOOD, okay, semicolon. See, this GOOD we are trying to store, string GOOD we are going to store, trying to store it into str1 using assignment operator, but it is invalid because we cannot separate the declaration and initialization. See here, declaration is written in one line, semicolon is there, means it is a separate line, and one semicolon. str1 good assigned value semicolon means two semicolons are there, means there are 2 lines, 2 statements. So it is not possible. We cannot separate declaration and initialization. So that's why this is also invalid method of declaring. Okay. So third method is also invalid. Why? Here see, same I have taken character s1 of 4 assigned a value a comma b comma c semicolon. So this is of course correct. ABC, string ABC is initialized because ABC \0, 4 characters are there. So string s1 size is 4, no problem. And I have declared one more string variable called s2. S2 is of 4 characters I have declared. So declaration okay, this is also okay. So this is okay, this is correct, this is correct, but in the next line we are trying to store the content of s1. What is the content of string variable s1? ABC. That we are trying to copy it, assign it to variable, string variable s2. Okay, so here array name s2 cannot be on left side of the assignment operator. This is what important. Unlike our normal assignment statements, left side of assignment operator, variable should be there, but it should be normal variable. But here s2 is not the normal variable, it is a string variable. So string variable cannot be on the left side of assignment operator. So equals is called assignment operator, s2 is called string variable. So string variable should not be on left side of assignment operator. Hence this way of declaration of strings is not valid. So these things very closely you have to observe the difference. Okay. So once we know how to declare the strings, how to initialize the strings. So initialization of strings is one method of storing string into array variable. So another method of storing string into string variable is by using scanf statement. That is what called reading a string. Okay. So by using scanf statement also you can store or you can read through keyboard the string into string variable. So that is what reading a string using scanf function. So let us say how to use scanf function for reading the strings. Of course, declaration of string is compulsory. So that's why I have declared here string str1 of 20 characters semicolon. So declaration is quite okay. So then I am reading using scanf statement. Here you can see scanf within inverted comma percentages comma str1. What is this str1? str1 is the name of the string we have declared. Just for understanding purpose, you see I will make the color also green here. Okay. str1 is the string variable name. So that's why str1 is a variable. Okay, string variable. So that string variable, whatever is declared, that has to be used. So here %s is the format character. %s is the format character for strings. Okay. So how many format characters are there within format string? 1. So that's why how many variable should be there after comma in scanf statement? 1. What is that variable? It is not normal variable. It is string variable. So that's why format character is %s. Okay. One more point you have to very importantly observe here. Before this string variable, we don't use address operator. Ampersand is not preceded by str1. See, ampersand should not be used with str1. But in our reading normal variables using scanf statement, we precede str1 with ampersand symbol, that is address operator. But here we are not using that address operator. Why? Means the name of the string itself, okay, is the starting address of the string. So this address is not required here. Okay. Then this is what scanf statement, using scanf function to read a string. Okay. Then let us see printing a string using printf function. So printf function is formatted output function. So it can be used to print the given string. Okay. So this printf function prints all characters up to but not including null character, because null character is not visible to the users. So null character is not displayed on the screen. Up to null characters, whatever is stored in the memory, that will be displayed. Here sjmit, we have sequence of null characters, but if you use printf statement, it will display only sjmit without including null character. So that is what the printf statement. So printf function prints all characters up to but not including null character. So let's say example of printf statement or printf function. Character declaration, character str1 of 20 assigned a value Nagaraj within inverted comma string constants. Okay, Nagaraj semicolon. So that is str1 is initialized, means in str1 string variable 1 nagaraj is stored. Then I have to print the content of str1. Okay, so that's why I use printf statement. Within inverted comma I use control string my name is %s, because %s is the format character for string variables. So one format character %s is used. That's why after comma we have only one variable, that too string variable. So what is the string variable we have declared? str1. Okay. If I declare it as name, here it should be name. So instead of this str1, I can write it as name also, no problem. Instead of this str1, I can write it as name. Now what is the variable name? String variable name name. But what we are trying to print here, content of str1. But is str1 declared here? In my initialization declaration, initialization is str1 declared? No, name is declared. So that's why here str1 should not be there. So what it should be? It should be name. So whatever the name you give here, name of the array, that should be reflected here in the printf statement. Suppose if it is just, I will write only a of 20. So what it should be now? It should be a of 20. It should be a of 20. So this is what very important. This is where the students are going to make mistakes. Okay. So please observe this one. Whatever the name you give here, that should be there. str1. So this is, I am going to take it as str1. Okay. So on example 2, program to illustrate reading and writing a string using printf scanf and printf statements. Okay. See here, first string has to be declared. So that's why void main opening brace closing brace. Okay, here string has to be declared. So that's why what is the name I have given? str1. Data type is character. What is the size? 20 semicolon. So 20 locations are reserved for str1. Then say scanf. You have to read using scanf. Scanf %s comma str1 semicolon. I have told you scanf should be preceded by printf statement. So that's why I have used on printf statement. Enter the name. Okay. Then printf in new line the entered name is. Okay. Then I use printf function for printing the string. So that's why printf. What is the usage within a format string? We have to use format characters. That is %s. Then comma. What is the name of the string variable which holds the string that you have read in using scanf statement? str1. So that's why content of str1 should be displayed on the screen. So this is how you can use scanf and printf functions, okay, for reading and writing the strings. Okay, but here we have one drawback of this scanf function. So what is the drawback? See, the scanf function stops reading at the first white space character. Very important. Means suppose if your string contains any blank spaces, okay, only up to first blank space it is going to print, and rest of the rest portion of the string is not printed here. So because scanf and printf are called token oriented input output functions. Okay, so that's why this is very important point. Say example, suppose if the input is mk Gandhi, see mk space Gandhi, the output will be just mk. See here mk space Gandhi. If you read using scanf statement mk Gandhi, output will be just mk. So this we can understand better by executing the program. So let us execute the same program. See, whatever the program we have written it, let us execute it. You will understand it better. See here, same program is copied here. I've added clear screen, preprocessor directive I have added, and get ch for my better output purpose. Okay, now see. Enter the name. So I will enter mk Gandhi. Okay, mk space G Gandhi. So this is stored in the string variable str1. So enter name is, see, it has displayed just mk. Means the up to first white space it is going to read. So that's why mk Gandhi. So what is read here into str1? Only mk. After blank space, whatever it comes, that will not be stored in the string variable str1. So this is what the drawback of scanf function. Okay, see here str1. Okay, so if you want, you can read another this one. You can run it once again. You can give the input. This is my day. See, so many blank spaces are there. This is my day. Enter the name. So instead of enter the name, we can make it enter the string. So enter name is this. So after blank space, whatever is there, that is not stored into variable str1. So this is what the drawback of scanf function, using scanf function for reading a string. So what we have to do, suppose I want to read the complete line. In such cases, we have to use printf function, getS function and putS functions. So that's why we use reading a string using getS function and printing a string using putS function. See here, scanf and printf functions are token oriented IO functions. What is a token in C language? The smallest individual element of a C language is called a token. So that's why when two words are there, so this is nothing but two tokens. MK is one token, blank space is another token, Gandhi is another token. So totally it is three tokens, but it will read only the first token. So that's why after blank space, whatever comes, even blank space also is not read by scanf function. So that's because they are token oriented IO functions. So that's why in C language we use line oriented IO functions. Okay, so namely getS and putS functions. So these line oriented IO functions, they can be used to process the entire line. They can be used to process the entire line, means entire line of information until you press enter button. So you can it's called a store here, and it has got its own drawback. We will come to know it afterwards. Okay. So what is getS function? See, getS function is used to read the string. What is the syntax? Instead of scanf, we can use getS. Simple. getS within pair of parentheses we use string variable. Here I have taken string variable semicolon. Okay. So similarly, printing a string using putS function. So putS function is used to print the string. What is the syntax? Instead of getS, just putS str semicolon. Okay. So we shall write the same program. We will replace this program for scanf statement and printf statement by using getS and printf. So they are called format. Scanf and printf are formatted input output statements because we use format character percentages here we have used. Okay. So also if I remove those format characters, we use getS and putS. They are unformatted input output functions. We don't use format characters like %d, %s, %f. Okay. So that's what. So that's why your program say printf, enter the name, getS str1. You can observe here no format characters, %d, %s are there. So printf in new line, the entered name is putS str1. So it's very so simple. So let us see how these getS and putS will help us to execute the program. So I am going to replace this enter the name. Instead of scanf, I am going to write it as getS. getS, no format character should be there, so this will remove it. Format string should be removed. Okay. Now of course, please remember all the characters should be typed in lowercase only in C language. getS. And instead of printf, what we will do? putS. So it is unformatted output function, that's why format character %s I am going to remove it. Okay. So this is what my program, same program. So here see str1 is the string variable I have declared of type character, 20 characters. So now see I am going to execute this program. Enter the name. So I'll give now MK Gandhi. In earlier case using scanf statement only MK was stored into str1. Now complete MK Gandhi is stored into str1. So that's why see enter name is MK Gandhi. Okay. You can run it once again. Okay. Enter. So I'll just modify it. Enter the instead of name, I'll take it as enter the string. Enter string. Enter any string. Enter any string. So the entered instead of name, I'll write it as entered string is. Enter string is. Okay. Enter any string. So I will enter, say, this is my day. This is my day. See, the entered string is, this is my day. So whatever you type, whatever you store in str1, that will be displayed. Okay. So here I can change the name, as I said, instead of str1, I will take it as just s of 20. Okay. So here what it should be? Now what is the name of the string variable here? S, not str1. So that's why this is instead of st, it should be yes. Okay. And here it should be yes. Yes. Okay. Now see, control F. So enter any string. Good morning. Good morning, friends. Okay. The entered string is good morning, friends. So this is how you can give whatever the name you declare during declaration, whatever the name you give during declaration, the same name has to be used in getS and putS. So this is what a simple concept. Okay. So the problems with getS and putS function, what we have? So getS function does not check whether enough space is there or not for the string that is being read. So enter the string, it will ask. Suppose you will have given here, what is the string size you have given? Only 20. Suppose if you give a string that this is my day, I am very happy. So very lengthy sentence if you give, it may contain more than 20 characters. But what is the size you have given? Only 20. So it should be up to 20 only. That is a one drawback. So getAs function does not check whether enough space is there or not for the string that is being read. Okay. So another one is, when reading a string using getAs function, make sure that the entered string is always shorter than the variable size into which a string is being read. Means whatever the string you enter, you must see that if you are given the size as 20 for variable, whatever the string that you are going to type should be less than 20 only. If it is greater than 20, what will happen? Let us see. What will happen? Let us re-execute the program and let us see if it is greater than 20, what is going to happen. So here I have given 20 here. Okay. Then my string I will give more than 20 characters. Let us see. 20 I have given, s of 20. So I will give enter the string. So I will give I am explaining topic on strings today. So yeah, of course it contains more than 10 characters, I believe. Let us see what will happen. What will be my output? Strings today. The entered string is so it is taking up to 20 characters. Okay. So that should not be the case. So whatever it may be, these points we have to remember. Okay. The size should be actually it should be large. So until here, no, the getAs function takes until you what is called press the enter button. Until you press the enter button. So that is going to be read here. Okay. So this getAs function, of course, it all depends on the versions. Okay. When reading a string using getAs, make sure that the entered string is shorter than the variable size into which a string is being read. So this is what the point you need to remember. As far as possible, you have to give larger size. So that will be better. Okay. So this is all about the strings part 1. Okay. So in my next video, I am going to discuss strings part 2, wherein I will be discussing about string manipulation functions. So this is all about today's topic, and thank you for watching my video.